Chapter 17. Author's note. I said stop flimming to styro. If you're prepped and do not read it, you can tell whether you're a prep or not by my quiz. It's on my homepage. If you're not, then you rock. If you are, then fuck off. Puz, Willow isn't really a prep. Raven, please do this and I'll promise to give you back your poster. Tom Riddle gave us some clothes and stuff for free. He said he would help us with makeup if we wanted cause he was really into fashion and stuff. He's bisexual. Hargerd kept shooting at us to come back to Hogwarts. WTF, Hargerd? I shouted angrily. Fuck off, you fudjucking bastard. Well anyway, Willow came. Hargerd went away angrily. Hey bitch, you look kawaii, she said. Yeah, but not kawaii as you. I answered sadly, cause Willow's really pretty and everything. She was wearing a short black corset thing with blood red lace on it, and black blood red miniskirt, leather fishnets and black pointy boots that showed off how pale she was. She had a really nice body with big bobs and everything. She was thin enough to be anorexic. So, are you going to the concert with Draco? She asked. Yeah, I said happily. I'm gong with Diabolo, she answered happily. Well anyway, Draco and Diabolo came. They were both looking extremely hot and sexy. You could tell they thought we were hot too. Diabolo was wearing a black t-shirt that says 666 on it. He was wearing tons of makeup, just like Marilyn Manson. Draco was wearing black leather pants, a gothic GC t-shirt, and black Vans he got from Da Warped Tower. Bloody Mart was going to the concert with Dracula. Dracula used to be called Naval, but it turned out that he was kidnapped at birth. And his real family were vampires, like everyone's. They died in a car crash. Naval converted to Satanism, and he went goth. He was Slytherin now. He was wearing a black Warped t-shirt, black jeans and shoes, black hair with red streaks in it. We call him Dracula now. Well anyway, we all went to Draco's black murky Benz. Get it? Because we're gpufkick? That his dad Lucian gave him. We did pot, coke and crack. Draco and I made out. We made fun of those stupid fucking preps. We soon got there. I gapsed. Gerard was the sexiest guy ever. He looked even sexier than he did in pics. He had long raven black hair and piercing blue eyes. He was really skinny and he had an amazing ethnic voice. We moshed to Helena and some odder songs. Suddenly Gerard pulled off his mask. So did the other members. I gasped. It wasn't Gerard at all. It was an ugly preppy man with no nose and red eyes. Everyone ran away but me and Draco. Draco and I came. It was Voldemort under Death Dealers. You moronic idiots, he shouted angstily. Enemy, I told you to kill vampire. Thou have failed. And now I shall kill thou and Draco. No, no, please, we begged sadly, but he took out his knife. Suddenly a gothic old man flew in on his broomstick. He had long black hair and long black bread. Jesus Christ. He was wearing a black robe that said Avril Lavigne on the back. He shotted a spell and Voldemort ran away. It was Dumbledore. Oh my god. Chapter 18. Author's note. I said stop flamming. If you do, then you're a fucking prep. Thanks to Raven for the help and stuff. You rock. And you're not a prep. Thanks for my suitor. P.S. to Oda Eason Dumbledore swore is cause he is trained to be gothic so dur. I woke up the next day in my coffin. I walked out of it and put on some black eyeliner, black eyeshadow, blood-bed lipstick and a black really low-cut leather dress that was all ripped and in stripes so you could see my belly. I was wearing a skull belly ring with black and red diamonds inside it. The night before, Draco and I went back to the skull. Get it? Skull because I'm gothic and I like death. Dumbledore chased Voldemort away. We flew there on our brooms. Mine was black and the broom's stuff was blood red. There was lace all over it. Draco had a black MCR broom. We went back to our rooms and had you-know-what to a Linkin Park song. Well, anyway, I went down to the Great Hall. There all the walls were painted black and the tables were black too. But you would see that there was pink pant underneath the black pant. And there was pastors of poser bands everywhere like Ashley Simpson and Backstreet Boys. WTF, I shouted, going to sit next to Bloody Mary and Willow. Bloody Mary was wearing a black leather mini with good Schwaloot t-shirt, black fishnets and black pointy boots. Willow was wearing a long gothic black dress with blood red vampire writing that was all lacy and came up to your thighs, and black boots and fishnets. Vampire, Dracula and Draco came. We started to talk about who was sexier, Mikey or Gerard Way or Billy Joe Armstrong. The boys joined in, because they were bi. These guys are so fucking hot, Naval was saying, as a suddenly gothic old man with a black beard and everything came. He was the same one who had chased away Voldemort yesterday. He had normal tan skin, but he was wearing white foundation, and he had dyed his hair black. Dumbledore won? We all gasped. WTF, I shouted angrily. I thought he was just wearing that to scare Voldemort. Hello everyone, he said happily. As you can see, I gave the room a makeover. What do you think about it? Everyone from the poser table in Gryffindor started to cheer. Well, we Goths just looked at each other, all disgusted, and shook our heads. We couldn't believe what a poser he was, one. BTW, you can call me Albert, he called as we left to our classes. What a fucking poser, Draco shouted angrily as we went to transformation. We were holding hands. Vampire looked really jealous. I could see him crying blood in a gothic way. But I didn't say anything. I bet he's having a midlife crisis, Willow shouted. I was so fucking angry. Chapter 19. I'm not okay, I promise. Author's note. Please stop flaming the story every time you do. You're a folkin prep and you're jealous, okay? 1-1. From Knock, I'm gonged dealt, your men revios 1-1-1. BTW. Evonid, a poor blood, so dare 1, Fangs 2, Raven 4M, to help 1-1. All day we sat angrily thinking about Dumbledore. We were so fucking pissed off. Well, I had one thing to look forward to, that MCR concert. It had been postponed, so we could all go. Anyway, I went to the common room, sadly to cut classes. Draco was being all secretive. I asked what it was, and he got all mad and started crying all hot and angsty. Aren't sensitive bi guys so hot? No one fucking understands me, one, he shouted as his black hair went in his big blue eyes like Billy Joe in Boulevard of Borken Dreams. He was wearing black baggy pants, a black MCR t-shirt and a black dye. I was wearing a black leather low-cut top with chains all over it, and a black leather mini, black high-held boots and a cross-belly thing. My hair was all messed up and really high bun like Amy Lee in Gong Under. Email me if you want to see da pic. Accuse me? What about me? I growled. Boy, but, he grunted. You fucking bastard, I moaned. No, wait, it's not what it fucking looks like, he shouted, but it was too late. I knew what I heard. I ran to the bathroom angrily, crying. Draco banged on the door. I whipped and wept as my bloody eyeliner streamed down my cheeks and made cool tears like my feces, like Benji in the video for Girls and Bois. Raven, that is so our video. I took out a cigarette end and started to smoke pot. Suddenly Hagrid came. He apparated. You gave me a fucking shock, I shouted angrily, dropping my pot. WTF do you think you're doing in the girls' room? Only it wasn't just Hagrid. Someone else was with him too. For a second I wanted it to be Tom Ridd, or maybe Draco, but it was Dumbledore. Hey, I need to ask you a question, he said, pulling out his black wannabe gothic purse. What are you wearing to the concert? You know who MCR are, I gasped. No, I just saw there was a concert that lots of goths and punks were going to, he said. Anyway, Draco has a surprise for you. Chapter 20. Author's note. I said I do not care what you think. Stop p flammin', okay preps. 1 thanks to Raven for the help. 1. Oh yeah, BTW, I'll be on vacation in Transylvania for the next 3 days, so do not expect updates. All day I wondered what the surprise was. Meanwhile, I got a black leather mini, black corset with purple lace stuff all over it, and a black gothic compact boots. MCR were gone to the concert again, since Volksamort had taken over the last one. I slit my wrists while I moshed to MCR in my bedroom all night, feeling excited. Suddenly someone knocked on the door while I was trying on some black clothes and moshing to Fang You For the Venom. I got all mad and turned it off, but sacredly I hopped inside that it was Draco, so we could do it again. What the fucking hell are you doing? I shouted angrily. It was Lupin. Are you going to come rape me or what? I yelled. I was allowed to say that, because Dumbledore had told us all to be careful around Hem and Snap, since he was a pedo. No, actually. Can I please borrow some condoms? He growled angrily. Yah, so you can fuck your 6-year-old girlfriend, huh? I shouted sarcastically. Fucker, he said, gong away. Well anyway, I put on some black eyeshadow, black eyeliner, and some black lipstick and white foundation. Then I gasped. Snake and Lupin were in the middle of the empty hall, doing it, and Dobby was watching. 1. Oh my god, you ludicrous idiot. They both shooted angrily when they saw me. Dobby ran away crying. They got up though. Normally I would have been turned on. I love Ching guys do it. But both of them were fucking preps. By the way, Snake is moved to Gryffindor now. WTF, is that why you wanted condoms? I asked sadistically. Only you wouldn't give them to me, Lumpkin. Lumpkin shouted angrily. Well, you should have told me, I replayed. You dimwit. Snake began to shoot angrily, and then I took out my black camera and took a pic of them. You could see that they were naked and everything. Well, excuse me, they both shouted angrily. What was that all about? I was to blackmail you, I snarked. So now next time you see me doing it with my boyfriend, you can't fucking rat me out or I'll show this to Dumbledore. So fuck off, you bastards. I started to run. They chased me, but I threw my wound at them, and they tripped over it. Well anyway, I was outside and there was Vampire, looking extremely fucking hot. WTF, where'd Draco? I asked him. Oh, he's being a fucking bastard. He told me he wouldn't come. Vampire was shaking his head. You want to come with me to the concert? Then he showed me his flying car. I gasped. It was a black car. He said his dog father, Sirius Black, had given it to him. The license plate said MCR 666 on it. The one on the back said Eneby on it. I gasped. We flew to the concert hall. MCR were there playing. Vampire and I began to make out, moshing to the music. I gasped, looking at the band. I almost had an orgasm. Gerard was so fucking hot. He began to sing Helena, and his sexar, beautiful voice began to fill the hall. And then I heard some crying. I turned around and saw Draco crying in a corner.